In this video, we're going to learn how to turn day into night in Affinity 3. Before you get started, you need to know that some sceneries may require a sky replacement, like the one you'll see in this video. If that's the case, besides the main photo, make sure to grab a nice night sky image from your favorite stock photo website. Once your images are ready, let's get started. First, open your main image in Affinity. From the scenery of this image, we already have a clue about how the dark night should look. We can see that the object in this image has shadows, and your image might have them too. So we're going to sample a color from the shadow by dragging the color picker and targeting the mid-tone area of the shadow. Then, take note of the hex code of that color. We're going to need it later for adjustments. Next, add a color balance adjustment layer. Using color balance, we're going to tweak the tonal colors to get settings that work best for a night scene. We'll start with the midtones. Since night scenes usually look dim and cool, we're going to add a cyan bias instead of red. Adjust each slider until the image starts to look darker. Then, adjust the shadow's tonal range as well. Since we want the image to look darker, don't tick the luminosity checkbox. After that, adjust the highlights tonal range too. Take your time to get settings that make the image feel like nighttime. Once you're happy with the result, close the dialog box. Now, add a curves adjustment layer. We're going to darken the image by pulling down the highlights. Move the bottom left point to darken the shadows, and drag down the middle of the axis if you want to further darken the midtones. Then, add a brightness and contrast adjustment layer and reduce the values to darken the image even more. After that, reduce the saturation by adding an HSL adjustment layer and lowering the saturation value. Reduce it carefully until it looks right for your image. Don't overdo it, or the colors will disappear too much. Next, add a new fill layer. Fill it with any dark color, change the blend mode to multiply, and reduce the opacity to around 25%. Choose a dark color that blends well with your image to create the night mood you want. Next, we're going to replace the sky. Drag your night sky image onto the canvas and adjust its size and position. We're going to hide the entire sky using a mask by clicking the mask icon in the Layers panel. Press D to reset the foreground and background colors to black and white. Then click on an empty area and press X to swap them. Select the mask layer, then press Ctrl-I on Windows or Command-I on Mac to invert it. Drag the mask icon onto the sky image icon so the mask only applies to the sky layer. Now we're going to make a selection of the sky area in the main image. Switch to the pixel persona, select your main image layer, activate the flood selection tool, and click on the sky area. If you need to exclude certain areas, switch to the selection brush tool, hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, and brush over the unwanted parts. Use the square bracket keys to adjust the brush size. Once you're done with the selection, click the layer mask of the sky image layer and fill the selection with the background color, which is white, by pressing Alt backspace on Windows or Option backspace on Mac. Remove the selection by pressing Ctrl-D or Command-D. Now we're going to match the colors of the sky in the main image using a gradient map adjustment. Go to the Swatches panel, click the drop-down menu, and select Create Palette from Image. Choose the image file you used earlier and click Open. You can decide how many colors you want in the palette for better accuracy. In this example, I'm using 5 colors. Then, under the sky image layer, add a gradient map adjustment layer. Set the first color stop to black, and the last color stop to white. Set the next color stop using the first color from your palette. Since its luminosity is 86, set its position to 86. Add another color stop, pick the second color from your palette, and since its luminosity is 24, set its position to 24. Add more color stops depending on how many colors you have, and match their positions to their luminosity values. Then change the blend mode to overlay and lower the opacity until the image looks natural. Next, we're going to adjust the brighter areas of the image, such as the distant mountains, and darken them. Add a levels adjustment layer under the sky layer and close the dialog box for now. Select the main image layer, activate the object selection tool, and click on the mountains. If you need to select multiple objects, hold the Shift key while clicking. Then select the Levels Adjustment layer and click the Layer Mask icon. Remove the selection by pressing Ctrl-D or Command-D. Drag the mask icon onto the Levels Adjustment layer icon so the mask only affects that adjustment. Open the Levels dialog box and tweak the settings until the mountains look darker. To refine the edges, use the Paintbrush tool with white on the Levels mask. Adjust the brush hardness and flow to control the effect, and use a soft, round brush. Make sure you're painting on the Levels mask. And as a small tip, set the brush spacing to 0 for smoother results. If the effect feels too strong, just lower the opacity of the adjustment layer. Now, we're going to add sky reflections to the water. Click the topmost layer and create a composite layer by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Shift-E on Windows or Command-Option-Shift-E on Mac. Activate the rectangular marquee tool, make a selection from the top down to the event horizon, and press Ctrl-J or Command-J to copy it to a new layer. Delete the composite layer. Flip the new layer vertically by activating the Move tool, right-clicking the image, and choosing Transform Flip Vertical. Move it down to align with the event horizon. And then make it invisible for now. Next, select the main image, activate the Flood Selection tool, and select the water area. Use the Selection Brush tool to refine the selection if needed. Select the reflection layer and click the Layer Mask icon. Drag the mask icon onto the reflection layer icon, then press Ctrl-D or Command-D to remove the selection. Change the blend mode to screen and reduce the opacity to around 75%. Add another mask to the reflection layer by clicking the mask icon again. Activate the Fill tool, set the type to solid, change the fill to linear gradient, and set the first color to black. Make sure the second mask is selected, then draw the gradient from the bottom of the water up to the event horizon. Now select the main image layer and use the Object Selection tool to select any objects you want to remove from the reflection. Select the first reflection mask and paint over the selected areas with black. Once you're done, remove the selection. Next, add a new fill layer and fill it with the color you noted earlier. Change the blend mode to color and adjust the opacity as needed. As a final touch, you may want to tweak the overall brightness. Add a brightness and contrast adjustment layer and adjust the brightness value to your liking. As you can see, even when you increase the brightness, the image still maintains a nighttime look. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.